Smith trying to work around Parrish. Here is Smith. Flipped it in front. Davidson cleared it away, and then Martin went tumbling into the net, and we're going to have another penalty. Parrish gets the puck, and it's an interference penalty against the Rangers. And now Martin is trying to get at Parrish, I believe. He really took a tumble into the net.
Check and hard tumble right into the net. He was fortunate to get up as quickly as he did. There he goes, right off the goalpost.
Got it to the line to Pat Hickey. Here's Hickey trying to work around Bill Stewart, the rookie defenseman. Center, here's Perreault to center ice. Gilbert Perreault works in, shoots, he scores! Gaier, number 18. Back to Korath. Shooting, Davidson to save. Rebound! Greg Ramsey on the rebound. Bill Height fans on the puck as he went to pass it. Now gets it to Korath at center ice to number 19, Smith. Derek Smith to Gaier. Shoots, he scores! Gaier beats Davidson on the short side, and it's 3-0. Now Ramsey and Heaslip fight for it. Mark Heaslip to Esposito, who's pulled down. Going to be a penalty here against Buffalo. Then Fotiu runs into Don Luce. Now Fotiu and Schoenfeld have to be separated by the linesman. Rangers with 78 power play goals over the regular season. Here's Pat Hickey. Tries to center, gets it himself. He shoots, he scores! Hickey! And the Ranger power play clicks to put them back into the picture. Here we go, third period. Dillon against Don Luce on the face-off in the New York zone. Now Gaier doing some pushing with Pat Hickey. Overcome the linesman. In comes Jim Schoenfeld to say something to Hickey.
Those fellas are in great shape. Gaier is what a compact little man he is. And Hickey, I saw him before the game, Dan, shook hands with him. I thought he'd crushed all my fingers. He really has a mitt.
To McAdam at center. McAdam gets around the defense. Davidson out of the net to break it up. Now Vickers trying to shoot it out of there and does. Korath has to go back for Buffalo. Oh, here's McAdam and Maloney in a scrap back inside the blue line.
Gloves are off, the stick's on the ice, and now the helmet flies off as well. Maloney and McAdam throwing punches, and then they fall to the ice. And that'll be the end of that. Now the linesman is there. He's on the bottom.
And here comes Big Jerry Korath. Korath moving into Richard Martin to Korath. Check for the score! Robert! They've done a bang-up job in getting this telecast together, and we acknowledge that and thank them. Less than a minute to play in the game. Here we go with a fight. It's Gaier after Vadnais. They have one another in headlocks.
Gaier had to take a run at him to get up high enough to start in at it. Gaier just a little man, and Vadnais much taller, but you remember they tangled a little bit in the first period, and Gaier wouldn't want to injure a hand now at this point. He's got a lot more hockey to play this year. Let's check the beginning of that little eruption there between Danny Gay and Vadnais. Oh, Gaier got a stick across the back of the helmet, and he didn't like it. There it is.
The other penalty back to the Ranger clock, which is being served by Newman.
They heard you, Dan.
5 minutes for high sticking and 5 minutes for fighting.
Oh, two
Buffalo
majors.
penalty to number 18, Danny Gaier. 5 minutes for fighting, 2 minutes for slashing, 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct, and a gross misconduct.
Oh, my goodness. That's trouble for Buffalo, as Gaier took a gross misconduct penalty plus a 5-minute major plus
Vadnais,
2 minors.
5 minutes for high stick.
Here's Schoenfeld to center ice. Circles back. Schoenfeld to Ramsey. He got it to the line. It's intercepted by Maloney. He clears it to center ice. Marois and Ramsey push at one another. 25 seconds to play in the game. Schoenfeld for Buffalo. Trying to clear it. Clears it to Ramsey. Ramsey flips it to center. 15 seconds left. Now Marois and Ramsey get their sticks up. Here they go. Marois and Craig Ramsey at the Buffalo blue line. Marois trying to throw some uppercuts. Ramsey runs him in against the boards. And the linesman will try and separate Mario Marois and Craig Ramsey.
The Rangers obviously very frustrated, losing 4-1 to Buffalo. And now Mario, well, we have Nick Fotiu along with Jim Schoenfeld. A lot of muscle wrapped up there. And Danny, while we have a delay here, let's look at that gross misconduct situation that will now affect Danny Gear. Any person incurring such a penalty shall be suspended for the balance of the game. Well, there was only a few seconds left, and shall incur an automatic fine of $100, and the case shall be referred to the president of the league for further disciplinary action. So it could mean something further.
Now Fotiu and Schoenfeld doing a little dance. They're trying to get a hand free to throw some punching as they finally separated Ramsey and Marois. And Fotiu and Schoenfeld. Fotiu lands some punches. Now Schoenfeld fights back. They go to the ice with Fotiu winding up on top, and now in comes Bob Myers.
Oh, a couple of heavyweights throwing heavy lumber there. Fotiu and Schoenfeld.
All this occurring with 7 seconds left in the game.
The Sabres really should try to divorce themselves from this. They've got to advance now against Philadelphia. And if you get throwing fists like that, it's easy to crack a knuckle, break a finger, take a stitch or 3. And in Gehr's case, it'll be interesting to see what happens when they decide if there's going to be further punishment for that gross misconduct penalty.
Fotiu and Schoenfeld head for their respective dressing rooms. This time for the face-off and not much more as Smith for Buffalo cuts behind his own goal. Smith trying to clear the puck, gets it to the corner, and the buzzer goes. The game is over. The Buffalo Sabres defeat the New York Rangers 4-1. They win the series 2-1, and Buffalo now heads on to the next round of Stanley Cup playoff action against the Philadelphia Flyers.
Smith picked up the puck and handed it right away to Don Edwards, the netminder. Schoenfeld and Gehr came back from the dressing room area, and they're all lined up now. Now we have the congratulations from the New York Rangers to the Buffalo Sabres, who advance against the Philadelphia Flyers. They've met in some memorable playoff matchups in the past, and I'm sure it'll be a great one coming up. Captain Danny Gehr back on the ice. Kachuk. Dodo Imlach applauding her Buffalo Sabres, punch watching quietly on.
Final score, the Buffalo Sabres 4, the New York Rangers 1, and Buffalo moves on to play Philadelphia in the next round of the playoffs.